All right, YouTube, we back with another video. So this weekend we got UFC Fight Night, Sacramento, Hernandez's hometown versus Obama, Gregory Rodriguez. I do think that RoboCop is going to kill Fluffy Hernandez in front of his entire family, but I'll give you a sneak peek into that. That's just my prediction. But let's get to the prelims that don't really look too good. That I doubt anyone will be watching anyway. Maybe making, maybe gambling, but nobody's going to gamble on Elise Reed. I don't really know Elise Reed. I've watched every fight I've watched has been very boring, and she's viral for, of course, running away from her opponent in the octagon. So just based on that, just based on the betting odds that Chanel Dyer has, her record, I think she has one loss, 7-1. Yeah, she should easily beat up Elise Reed. Elise Reed should not be in the UFC in 2026, unfortunately. An 8-5 record, very just terrible. So, similar fight here. Wes Schultz versus Jackson McVeigh. Jackson McVeigh comes to mind if you peeped him getting rebooked versus Cedric Dumas, the dude with all the face tats, Boom Gang that gets, domestic violence cases. They kept fighting each other for some reason. That fight was booked like 3 times on pay-per-views. And it happened once, and I think McVeigh just subbed him immediately. The fight was ass. But I can't really make a verdict on McVeigh. He's fought the bottom barrel of the UFC middleweight. And of course, we doubt he's super good himself. But he's just done his job for the most part. Wes Schultz, on the other hand, he's a victim. This guy got brutally KO'd by, I think, Atiba Gautier, I think it was. Which, yeah, he's going to do that to a lot of people. But Wes Schultz, yeah, he just has looked terrible. I don't know how he won 9 fights. I'm pretty sure every fight I've seen he loses. I also think he's pretty old. I don't really see the age, but I can't pick him to win against anybody. McVeigh, though, I mean, he's not the highest UFC level, but he should get it done just because, I don't know, it's kind of easier to be better than Wes Schultz. So I'm going to pick him to win by submission. The odds are close. Don't touch this fight. This is just a weird ass fight on the prelims. Don't really look into that. This should be a solid fight. Stan, he's making his debut. He's a jiu-jitsu guy, Black American. Oh no, he's from Haiti. I guess he just lives in America. But yeah, jiu-jitsu. Gage Young, we don't know him too much. He's been around, had some entertaining fights. He's undefeated besides losing to Quillen Salkiel, and he didn't get knocked out. And Quillen Salkiel is basically knocking everybody out. So clearly, that setback wasn't the biggest. So I guess that means he's at a pretty decent level if he's taking Salkiel to a decision. And Salkiel is like top 7 now. I think he's like about to touch top 5 for submitting Gamrot and just knocking everybody out. So give me Gage Young. I can't pick a debut versus an experienced dude like that. This fight, yeah, this is going to be a brutal knockout. So I looked into this. Marcio Barbosa, out of those 17-2, that's already crazy, right? Like, this dude's only lost twice in his career. But he has it was 15 knockouts. I think it was 15. I want to say 16, but I think it was 15. But this is going to be 16 right here. Mauricio Barbosa, yeah, he's nuked people in the octagon. He's shut up a lot of fan bases, a lot of crowds. He should easily win. Don't know too much about Ryan Coos. Just not, just kind of the average American featherweight. Like, you're not gonna be able to mess with a dude like Barboza. So yeah, he should win by knockout. What's the odds on that? Let me go check. Does Vegas agree? Yeah. So minus 800, basically guaranteed to knock him out. Nasrat, he got flatlined by Quillen Salkiel. When they were talking about the bakery, that went viral. But he's actually not as like he's fought decent comp. These are both like dudes who just fought decent comp. Chris Padilla is like annoying to watch because the fights are boring, but he's skilled. He's just not dangerous and just wins decisions. Like, the shit is ass. So yeah, I'm gonna choose Nasrat. I think he's actually better, a little bit better. He's not like the greatest fighter ever, but he's actually decent. Like, if you watch him, he has real skill. I mean, getting knocked out by Salkiel is whatever. And the fight was competitive. Like, he just hit him with a head kick. So, I mean, it is what it is. But he might get wrestled and just Chris might stink up the fight. But I'm gonna choose Nasrat. Odds pick him. Another one I wouldn't touch. It's a very competitive matchup. They're decently put together. So Kennedy and Zetrul, whatever, versus Shamil Gaziev. the blob of the UFC. Everybody talks about Shamil. Yeah, Shamil got embarrassed in his last fight. He just got hit with the craziest knockout by Brandon Pericic. And before that, I believe he got knocked out as well. When Shamil came over, he was actually supposed to be like a matchup, like the Dagestani dude who was a real threat. And then he just kept getting embarrassed. Rosenstruck beat him up insanely bad. That was embarrassing. Um, Rosenstruck was just an NPC heavyweight with power, and a little bit of muscle. So Kennedy, on the other hand, he came up from lightweight. He's actually skilled at fighting. I don't like how he fits in a heavyweight. Like, he is powerful, but he kind of looks like a just blob version of his former self. Like, I don't think he bulked correctly, but it's been a couple years now. He's been growing into it. He's looking better just about every fight. Like, he's beating up all the fat heavyweights. And Shamil isn't just he's not an NPC heavyweight. He actually has skill, but I think he's going to be too slow. Yeah, too slow. And Kennedy, he has a big frame. Uh, they're both the lengthy strikers who we good size. I don't think no one has a size advantage. We have 5-inch reach advantage on Kennedy. I think he's gonna tag him up with a jab, just land some nuclear that's fast. He didn't see coming. Um, Give me Kennedy on that one. That's also like a pick 'em. Yeah, it should be competitive. It can go either way. I mean, it's heavyweight. Everybody gets knocked out. Um, Jamal Emmers, 22-8. Oh my God, so many losses. And Larry Ann Douglas. Larry Ann Douglas is the Brazilian Ilya Tapiria. He's coming out, knocking everybody out. Minus 400 odds. You see it. Big frame for the division. Powerful. Should be a free KO. I'm not gonna think too much on this one. I don't think Emmers gonna be able to mess with him at all. So yeah, give me a free KO by Larry Ann Douglas highlight reel. That's why it's featured the last fight of the prelims. But Anthony Witt, he just fought on Contender Series. He's like a big ass NFL linebacker, like that stiff, like striking because they can't extend all the way. But he's powerful, like he's skilled. He's been training. Terrence Chapman, looked into him. He's just a guy. He's just a heavyweight. Like, he's just gonna get destroyed by Anthony Witt. He's a minus 1,000 favorite. Anthony Witt should run through this dude. Um, Give me, I mean, really whatever he wants. Give me like wrestling, ground and pound, knockout. But I'm gonna choose it in the first round. I don't think it's gonna go long. I think it's just too much power coming this way. Anthony Witt's gonna go far in this division because everyone's ass. But once he gets up top and they have actual like kickboxing skill and they shut that shit down, it's over with. But he should pick up a lot of wins, gain a little bit of hype. Carly Judice versus Jaisla Chavez. So Jaisla Chavez has like all finishes. Like, she's actually very good. She's 8-0. This is her debut, I believe. So I didn't look into her tape, but I just looked into her record. Looks solid. I watched Carly Judy's fight in the Houston card. Wow, she's a minus 550 favorite. I don't think Vegas knows what they're talking about. Carly Judas is good. She has the size. Not very dangerous. Like, she's not really. That's what I'm saying. She's gonna win a decision with skill and athleticism. Um, I think Jaisla, again, just according to her, experience, wins, and things like that, it looks like she's just more dangerous. She's more dangerous than Carly. Now, it is WMMA, so it could just be just some shitty striking matchup for 15 minutes, and you gotta wait till it's off because they both can't knock each other out. But I don't really see that happening. Again, no one's. Can you really pick this fight? Like, you can't really pick a WMMA fight, especially person debuting. That's just going to be too hard. But the odds say, Carly's a minus 550. I think if you want to make free money, make a parlay, throw Chavez in there. She clearly is not asked to be going to favored plus 400. It's just too much. Yeah. But I don't know who wins this fight. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to choose Chavez though, just to make Vegas angry for making Carly up minus 500 because she's not that good. Um, Mason Jones versus Markel Medeiros. Markel Medeiros, the record looks nice if you look into it. Not really, imposing his will in any way. Going to decisions. He went to a draw with Chris Padilla, which is, that's not good at all. So just based on that, I assume he's at a skill level of a Chris Padilla, and that's not going to beat Mason Jones over here. Mason Jones came off a win off Axel Sola, who's very underrated from France. I don't know why people aren't talking about him, but he, that was very competitive. He's also ranked. I believe he's on a very outskirts of the lightweight division ranking. So Minus 325. It should be heavier. I don't think he has any chance of losing this fight. I think Mason Jones is damn near a ranked lightweight. So Markel going to decisions with Padilla is just not a good look. It's not a good look at all. And before that, just more decisions. And not the greatest opposition. Next, Rainier de Ritter, RDR is moving up to light heavyweight. I don't know how he made 185 ever. 6'4", every centimeter is filled. I don't know how he makes 185, but that's why he moved up. He kept losing fights. He said he had no energy. He is very skilled, as we know. Like, he came in, he's fighting straight competitive fights every time. Just been gassing out due to the weight cut. But now he's in his real division. He looks good on a ceremonial weigh-ins, big. Just looks filled out, looks powerful, not just shredded with no power and bad cardio. Roman Dolidze, on the hand, he's kind of at this point, just a light heavyweight ranked NPC, kind of a gatekeeper. Not ass, but if you are a top ranked, fighter in your division, you should deal with him pretty easily. He can fluke you, so you got to be careful, but RDR's jiu-jitsu is too good to get fluked. He specializes in ground game. So the Dolidze, yeah, I think he's outmatched really everywhere. I don't think he has a chance at winning this fight unless he just flukes RDR. So, yeah, minus 380 odds. RDR, I think Vegas agrees. He should. I think he submits him because I think Roman's going to try to engage in grappling and just get completely just cooked. Like, just be like, okay, I'm just going to end the fight. Yeah, choke him out, really whatever he wants. I think he'll get it done. But give me him by submission somewhere, maybe second, third round, late round, when everybody gasses out. Sergey Spivak versus Vitor Petrino. Vitor Petrino was kind of mid at light heavyweight. And when he is very athletic, as you can see. Like, he's like a top 5 physique heavyweight. Most of them are just blobby. So he's athletic, he's going to be faster. He is pretty powerful. He doesn't have like nuclear power, but he will knock people out. Sergey Spivak, he's a heavyweight gatekeeper at this point. Sergey Spivak has been fighting straight comp though, and you're not really going to beat him unless you are in that upper echelon of heavyweight. Like, he's not getting beat by scrubby heavyweights like Tybura. Tybura, he used to be like Spivak, but he's really declined now. He's like 40 and just he just collects paychecks. But they're vets, they deserve it. Heavyweight sucks. It's a good test for young people like Petrino to see where he can get. But Spivak is actually pretty good. He has a ground game. He has just about everything. He's definitely way more skilled than Vitor Petrino. Even in striking, his striking is not too terrible. It's actually pretty decent. It's funny if you look at this guy like 10 years ago, you wouldn't even think it's the same person. This dude, Sergey Spivak, is actually just like a naturally bigger person. But back in the day when he was younger, when he was like, running through the European divisions, finishing everybody, he used to be in really good shape. I think he just kind of gained fat, but he still has it under there. Like, the dude's deep down athletic. Doesn't look like it, but he's actually pretty decent. Now Vitor, if he wins this fight, it's just off, athleticism fluke. That's really all it is, which is powerful at heavyweight. We pair that with power. Like, that's shit matters. You can't avoid that. So, but I can't pick a person with a puncher's chance. That's just not smart. And Vitor is not that hard of a hitter. Sergey's probably had been hit by harder hands than that. So I'm going to choose Sergey Spivak. I think it'll be a shitty decision. I think this fight's going to get stunk up. I think it's going to be a Sergey stand-up heavyweight NPC masterclass. I think he's just going to beat him up. Vitor won't be able to do anything, and after 15 minutes, he'll get the win. Might be fun though. Might be bloody. We'll see. I don't expect much. All right, finally, main event time. So we got Fluffy Hernandez versus Obama Gregory Rodriguez. I think Anthony's gonna have to bring. Yeah, I don't see how anything he does is gonna stop RoboCop in the first 2 rounds. I think he's gonna have to bring a gun. He's gonna get knocked out in front of his entire home city, in front of his family, and it's gonna be really embarrassing. And that sucks because I actually like him as a fighter, but that's just what's going to happen. This is probably like a top 3 worst matchup in the entire division for him. Anthony is going to beat down on the middleweights, like most middleweights, right? Most middleweights are not super powerful, but they have power, but not it's not crazy. He's gonna beat up on them, gas them out, take them to a decision, break them with that will, you know. But RoboCop is not average. Like RoboCop, every bit of 6'3". I don't. We no one knows how he makes 185. It doesn't make sense. I'm pretty sure he's walking around at 230, virally walking around 230. Crazy frame. Has amazing jujitsu, world class jujitsu. Been training with champions. Knocked, but chooses to strike just to knock everybody out. Doesn't have to strike at all. He could submit you. He could do whatever. Look into his career. Yeah, people might troll. RoboCop got fluked by Jared Cannonier. That's what that is. He beat the shit out of him in the first round and then just gassed out. Gassed out due to the weight cut. You know, you can't be doing 50-pound weight cuts every 6, 7 months. It's not good. You know, they're losing 25 pounds of water in one night. So yeah, I mean, it's just what happens, but I don't think Fluffy's going to be able to get to the third round, you know, and pull this off against RoboCop. I think by then he'll be knocked out. We've seen Hernandez. I mean, Hernandez got. Okay, I'm not going to troll Sean Strickland because we know he's obviously very good, but you know, you got teeped up. Now you got TKO'd by Sean Strickland. You know, you're the first dude to get TKO'd by Sean Strickland in forever. Like Sean Strickland beats people up badly. You know, he wins. He doesn't make the fights close. He goes to decisions with world class champions, but he TKO'd Fluffy. He TKO'd Fluffy because he has. I don't know how you have a chinny body, but his body just does not take damage well. I don't know if it's because of the weed he's smoking. I don't know what it is, but obviously you can see the difference in physiques right here. Fluffy has cardio, but he's not the most powerful guy ever. Um, he is pretty gritty, so he will work. You know, he is work and he has improved. He's been training with Strickland, you know, the guy that TKO'd him. But you know, all that training shit, it doesn't really matter when you're fighting RoboCop. You know, once you get hit, the fight is over. You know, we just saw he just executed Bruno Ferreira. He got fluked by him as well back in the day. Those are like his only really two relevant UFC losses. Bruno Ferreira fluking him, you know, and Ferreira left him dead when he came. RoboCop left Bruno Ferreira dead when they fought again last year. Left him stiff on the ground, embarrassed him. It was the rematch. Got his get back. Got fluked by Jared. He's knocked out everybody else. He's knocked out everybody else. Nobody can make it to a decision with RoboCop. He has 12 wins by knockout, 3 wins by submission, 9 first round finishes. I think it's going to be 10. I don't see how Fluffy is going to win this fight. He's just not powerful enough to neutralize a RoboCop. You know, to beat RoboCop, you gotta like fluke him and knock him out. You gotta piece him up on the feet. And I mean, RoboCop striking is probably better than Fluffy's. Fluffy doesn't have shit striking, but I mean, he got completely outclassed by Sean Strickland. Outclassed, like he couldn't touch him. You know, it was a master class performance. And they got him a title shot. So I mean, Gregory, yeah, Sean's world class, but Gregory is very elite in the striking as well with power. So it's just OD. It's just too much. I think it's going to be over quick, unfortunately for Fluffy. But honestly, Fluffy gonna bounce back. He gonna get some good wins. He just keeps accepting contracts against the worst people. You know, Sean Strickland, that was competitive. This won't be competitive. I don't think anyone's like flatline Fluffy, but it's about to happen, unfortunately. But I won't. Hey, if Fluffy wins, I'll be happy about that. I don't really care. I like him, so it'd be cool to see him like submit him or do something crazy. Maybe showcase some striking that he learned with Sean Strickland. But I don't see it happening. I can't pick that. I'm going to go RoboCop by really first round knockout. I think as soon as he sees he can't get the takedown because RoboCop has elite takedown defense, nobody's just sitting on him on the ground. He might gas out and it might be hard to get up at points, but he's very skilled. It's not easy to take him down. Obviously, very big frame, powerful frame, known for knocking everybody out with one punch. So, RoboCop first round knockout. RIP Fluffy. But let me know what y'all think about this card. To the 5 people or 1 million people watching this video, I don't know how many views this shit getting, but let me know what you think about this card. Who you got winning the main event? If you come here after the card, let me know if any of these predictions were just terrible, and if I'm completely wrong, it's just stop making videos. Other than that, though, y'all have a great weekend. We'll see y'all on the next one.